Hello, fellow people of the Earth. I am Dairy50, Runetooncraft Productions, and today we're going to be starting a new series in which I play Gnomoria, which is an amazing game. There'll be links in the description to how you can get it. It's pretty cheap for the amount of satisfaction, at least I get from playing it. I'll just put the sound on for it, put it a bit low. There you go. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to start a new world. This is going to be a series. Let's go with some kind of Land of Hearths beast cluster. The Wicked Kingdom, that sounds nice. Kingdom size, I like large or huge kingdom sizes. Difficulty, I'm gonna go normal. I've done an easy world and then I did another normal world. The normal, this is gonna be kind of a challenge because the normal one I did before was the one I completely failed in, and then the easy one was the one that I did not completely fail in. Hopefully this will be fine though. Hopefully. Don't want to have to restart this series. Anyway, let's go ahead and generate. So, pretty much this game is just like, I haven't got this much satisfaction from a game since I played, like, the first time I played Minecraft. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend getting it. It's also a very cheap game. Pretty much you control, it's like a city of gnomes. You start with a number of gnomes, I forget what the exact number is, but you start with a certain number, and then you get more according to your kingdom wealth, and you just pretty much control the town. You control what you get, the resources you get. You have to protect your village from like goblins and different monsters that come, and yeah, pretty much an amazing game. You can also pause it so that you can just do whatever you want. It's awesome. I mean, you can watch this just to see how amazing it is. Anyway, I'll be back when this is done generating. It looks like we're almost done generating here. Should only be a couple more seconds, hopefully. But pretty much we'll start out with a few number of gnomes and just a few supplies that definitely will not last us a very long amount of time. Alright, here we are. As I said, the larger the map it is, the longer it will take to generate. We have a really sizable map here. Yep. Wow. So yeah, to start off, let's just take a look at the terrain we got here. It's good to have some very flat ground to where you have your house. Looks like we got some nice flat area right over here. There's also a ton of trees, which will really help. So if you see right over here, the control plus and minus is zoom in. So if I do control plus, we have a set number of villagers, and we go to population. We can see all the different villages we have and what their profession is, and the kind of what that profession means they are. And we'll probably edit their professions a bit, because for example, the builder does not really do too much. But right now, the builder will help out a lot. Anyway, control minus. So let's zoom right down. Use the scroll wheel to go through the different layers. Let's go right down to this layer here, and I'll just that's fine right there. I will first I will set a pasture down because we do start with 2 yaks. I'm sorry, I randomly started coughing. Pretty much a 2x6 square, 2x3 square, like 6 squares, counts for 1 yak. I think, is that 1 yak? And then we can just expand that to get a multitude of yaks. Let me just scroll down and click to the yak. I'll put that on like, oh no, I'll keep it normal. And then we'll just go back and we have a, whoops. We have a rancher who's going to be in charge of the yaks right now, and he's going to bring them right to there, and yeah, just put them there. We'll be able to, from yaks, we'll be able to butcher them later, but first, the first parts of the game, we're just going to get milk from them, yak milk. So I'm going to go to agriculture and fell trees. You don't want to select too many trees when you're doing this, because your men will be working on it for a really long time. So we'll fell trees that area starting now, and then we'll also cut clippings. Clippings are used to plant trees later, and we'll cut clippings from these trees starting out, and the farmers will do that. So the farmers will have something to do to start out. Then we'll get our. By the way, I had this paused. Do not unpause it while you're doing this. Then we'll get our miners to dig some stairs for us, about here. We'll scroll down. This will be our little base area. Most bases are underground in this game. So there we'll have our little, maybe just starting out storage room, and then I'll have a little 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's like right there. A little entrance to our workshop area. Should probably be bigger than this eventually, but for right now this will do fine. I'm doing a 9x9 thing, so I can do this kind of modular. 2, 3, 2, 3. Do another module here. And there we go. And the miners will get to doing that, and we can just click play and see what happens. There's a play option up here, there's a pause option, which you want to be on quite a lot to do things. Then there's a play option, and there's a fast forward option if they're not fast enough, which I usually play on the fast forward option, or the pause option. I kind of go between that. So as you can see here, all of our gnomes at work. We've got the 2 woodcutters cutting the trees, 2 farmers cutting clippings from the trees, got the rancher bringing the yaks to the yak pasture, and then we can see the miners down here mining out our first little area. So yeah, these things will happen relatively quickly, but mostly it's the hauling you want to look at on how fast it's gonna happen, because you don't want to have just like one stockpile, and it'll take your village just a really long time, your gnomes, to get everything to that stockpile. So we're just gonna pause quickly. I'm gonna build a first of all, I'm gonna tell my villagers to mine into the wall over here, and we'll make like a 3x3 area right there. We're not gonna do that anytime soon, but first we'll build a designate area stockpile, and select this whole room. And this will be for goods except for soil and stone, and everything else. Well, right now all we have to worry about is goods, so we'll just keep that. Looks good. And this will be on priority 5 right now, since we're the only stockpiles. And I'll tell you about how to mess with the priority settings in the right way later too. So they're gonna mine. Looks like he's mining that out now too. So what I'm gonna do is build or designate an area, another stockpile here. So it'll be set to priority 1, and it'll be for soil right now. So pretty much all the soil that's currently like littering this room will be cleared up and put into this stockpile. Alright, so it looks like they're all done up here. They're still cutting clippings from that tree, those trees over there, which we will use. So, along with our house down there, we can also have a house inside of one of the mountains over here too. You know, to be a bit nicer than just like a little cave down here. So, looks like that matches up right there. So if we mine the wall right here, and we create another little passageway, another little 9x9 cube thing right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Okay, yeah, I did this a lot. When I was doing this, I did 9x9s in another thing. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. In my another world. Alright, that's good anyway. Yeah, stop. So they'll mine that out too. And we will have to get torches soon. So, since I set this priority 1, Like absolutely everyone is currently putting dirt into that stockpile, which is probably going to fill up very quickly. Yep. Dirt, not all objects, but dirt stacks up in 64. So each one of these can hold 64. So anyway, let's build. Actually, yeah, let's build. Trying to think how we're gonna do this. Build terrain. Stairs up. With any of that. So actually, we'll do the same kind of thing we did over here with the staircase. So we'll do it in like the wall over here. So if that's the case, we'll do dig or mine stairs up. And then we can see that appears right there. And then if we terrain mine wall here, we could do a 9 by 9. I think that's, and then they can reach that. Yep, there we go. So pretty much we've created an entrance right over here that will eventually go over here. And I'll probably have some kind of entrance to the wall soon too anyway, but that'll be when we have doors. For right now, this will be on the entrance to the house. So I'm actually going to build another stockpile right up here, so that's mine the wall over here. This will be a bigger one. It'll be a dirt stockpile. So we'll just select this here. Be goods soil. It'll also be priority 1 for soil, which will probably change later. So as you can see now, we're getting the logs, and we've got some straw there too, which I think was picked up before. One thing I forgot to do is we need to build storage, create crate. We actually have 3 crates from where we spawned, so we have to put those in this room. So we'll have 3 crates there, and that's what is over by where we spawned. Forget where we spawned. But they're over there anyway. So we have 3 crates, and then we also have some other storage. We have 2 barrels. Whoops. Which we'll do there. And then we have 2 bags. So the builders, I think, will get on doing that. And there they go. Yeah, that's where we spawn right there. So they're just bringing the stuff down to our base, so they're gonna have to run out there to get food and stuff. Because currently, we have a bunch of wine that we start out with, and then we have, I think we have, is it 2 barrels of that? I wonder what this other barrel is. I forget. All I know is it's a bunch of food and drink to start us off. It looks like we have 2 barrels of wine, which is where all this drink is coming from. Then I think we have a lot of food too. But we're definitely going to have to work on getting our own food and some kind of production. That's kind of what this whole game's about. Gives you stuff to start off with, but you still need to be able to, you know, pull through. So we got some yak milk already, which is pretty awesome. We have a lot of wood coming down here, which is nice. They put it in the stockpile. Then we also have crates, so I think they're currently filtering the wood out into these different crates now. One of them is full of a bunch of birch logs now. So anyway, we need to start with workshops, like right now. So we're going to start with build workshop, and we actually need stone. Sorry, I forgot completely. So over here we're going to also have stairs going down. So we'll mine into the wall. Well, we'll mine, build, mine, or dig stairs down. And then they'll dig into that wall and build the stairs beneath it. And if we get on here, we can see the stairs. Whoops. Well, whatever. And then we'll... Looks like everyone's falling asleep on the floor because I don't have any beds right now. Then we'll do build, terrain mine, wall right here. If anyone... I think there's one miner that's still awake. Alright, and then we'll do dig, stairs down, right over here. R is to rotate these build things. You know what? This is a good time to use this menu down here. Build, terrain. Actually, go back. It's actually terrain, and then dig and mine. And there you go. So then if we get the guy to come down here, see if he hits any stone. So we will need some stone. It's my phone, sorry. Oh, looks like he found some stone. Cool. So now we're going to mine this area. Actually, like a large chunk over here too. Unless he, of course, fell asleep. Oh, there he goes. Never mind. And then we'll do a. Over here is going to be kind of both of these rooms are going to be stockpiles, and over here there's going to be the workshops area. So we'll do designate area, and then stockpile right here. And this will be for kind of any crafting goods, but we're not going to specify too much in here. But right now I'm going to send raw stone to be set here. We'll do this on first priority because I want them to send all that stone right up here to be used for crafting. And then I'm also going to build or mine right over here. And I'm going to mine the different rooms that do not require... Actually, over here. Right here. This is a good place. This will be the dormitory right here. And currently we're not going to have any worth for it, but we will build... We do have some straw with us, so we will build some straw beds. So we can build 8 of them. How many? What's our population? 9. So we might as well just use all the straw. Well, they're not all going to sleep at the same time, and I want to keep some of that straw. So we'll build 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One thing I also want to do is go to military. Actually, we have to find the population. Whoever in our population has the best fighting ability. So I'm just going to do that quick. Okay, does it like the population, one of our gnomes has the best fighting ability is Miner. So I'm going to set his uniform to plate mail. You do get given a... You get given a plate mail, a set of plate mail for one of your guys when you first start out. And then we're gonna go to military, squads, new squad, godforsaken wretches of drool, formation, basic formation, and then will currently be the only person there, I think, for now. Well, just in case, what was the other population we had? It was the best. I think it was Jassa, the second best. Yeah, it was Jassa. So we'll also have a second person here named Jassa, who will be set to use plate mail too, but not right now. So I think we're good. Defend gnomes, that we want to do. So if any of our gnomes are attacked, the guy that's wearing plate mail. What's our increased to melee damage, frenzy, increased attack speed, Way of the Gnome, increase attack speed and dodge rate, no armor, weapon is equipped, scout. Guard, increase block chance rate. Higher chance to hit hands and arms. We'll just go with that, I guess. Looks like our builders are currently building in the dormitory to get the straw beds ready. Looks like got our first sleeper. Want to have a nice dormitory for our gnomes to sleep in, even if it's only straw beds right now. Some gnomes will sleep at night and do work during the day. Others will be do the opposite. So it looks like we've mined out some granite down here. I think the stone is kind of different for everyone. The different kinds of stone you get. I just happen to get granite. So now that we've got some stone, we can start building in our workshop room. So we're going to build crude workbench. We're going to build 2 of them actually. So we'll go do one there and one there. And then we'll, the builders looks like they're currently going to build that. There they go. So I always like starting out with 2 because you get the most done when you're starting out with 2. Like if you have one of them making planks or both of them making planks. Like for example, I'm gonna start the next workshop I'm gonna have to make is the stone cutter, which requires a workbench, a chair, and a chisel. And actually, is it that? The workshop, stone mason. I think it's a stone mason actually. So we need a workbench, a chair, and a chisel. So we'll put that right here. But I'm actually going to go in and turn automatic crafting off because I want to go in there and make sure that the job is between both of them. They both work together. So we need a workbench, a chair, and a chisel. So I'm going to tell this to create 3 planks, which is half what you need for a workbench, and then 2, which is half what you need for a chair. So 3, 4, 5. And we'll do 5 for the other one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do overview. We'll set this to first priority. We'll set this to first priority over here too. And then we'll set this to create a chair, and this to create a workbench. And I guess we'll just set this one to create a chisel. And then we've got 2 woodcutters with wood carving abilities, which will be set on these. It requires carpentry actually, which I think we have. Yeah, carpentry. But we probably want to set some other ones later to different ranks. Like we'll change them around quite a lot. We'll kind of have like all of them will be custom eventually. But anyway, hopefully we'll get 2 people working on those. We got 1 there. Is the other one probably sleeping? Yep, there. If that's the case, I will go into somebody who is currently stocking items. Why not a farmer? And we'll go to select him, go to skills, profession actually, and we'll go to woodcrafting because that will give him carpentry, which he doesn't have a high ability in, but he'll at least do for now. So there they go. And they're crafting what they need. Currently crafting planks. This one's a bit slower. Since that's the case, I'm going to cancel the chisel and put it on this one. And we'll be able to automatically craft at some point, but for now we'll have to do it this way. So we get the best when we do this the quickest. Four planks there. Got 1 there. So obviously we're going to take 2 planks off here and put it on here. There we go. So this guy's a bit slower, and as you can see, we've got our guy in plate mail, the person who is our, warrior. So you start with a copper hammer, a copper helmet, and a copper breastplate, and you can build more later too, but it just it's quite later. So who have we got currently idle? We don't really want to have many idle people. We always want to have them set to a certain job. So we're gonna tell current people that are idle if we have anything to forage nearby. And these apple trees over here, so they're gonna be set to agriculture, forage, and we're gonna forage all of these trees. They're all apple trees, and we also have some cotton. Be cool to pick up. That's a little white plant here. We will use that later. So we might as well put that in our stocks. So it looks like we got planks being made now too. So I'm gonna get this stone mason done. Which, when you have 2 crude workbenches, happens a lot faster. And it really doesn't put any more strain on you when you have 2 crude workbenches instead of 1. It's really not that big of a deal. So don't think that it's gonna like hurt you resource-wise. So it looks like this guy is now about to build the workbench. Does not seem like anyone is foraging. Oh wait, no they are. I'm stupid, they're right there. I think it picks the farmers first to do that kind of stuff. This is Ryan. Skills. What's she best in? Leatherworking. And animal husbandry. I bet is she a rancher? Yeah. Alright, well we'll set a profession, which will later be worth it. What's her? No, I guess we could do cloth. Do stone. Should be kind of a crafter. That will take this pastures all the way down here. We'll put that up there, and then right in front of it we'll have workshop. And she'll also be leather worker. Yeah. Well, she is already, because she's a pasture organizer, whatever you want to call it. And there you go, they're bringing in items down here, putting them in storage. So it looks like we got a workbench now. We're currently working on getting the chair. And then the chisel's being made right now. Chisel's made. So now we have everything done, and this will turn green, telling you that the builder is about to go and make that for us. So we've got our stonemason. And here we can build a saw blade. So what I'm going to do is now build, workshop, a wood, sawmill, which requires a workbench, a chair, and a saw blade. I'll put that there, but I'm also going to once again tell it not to craft the missing ingredients, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and workbench, chair. We'll turn craft ingredients off for both of those, because we're crafting those there. And we'll go over here and click saw blade. And we actually need a block for that, so I made a mistake. We actually do need to build a stone cutter. Well, it's not much of a mistake, I just did it in the wrong order. It doesn't really matter as much. So I'm going to build that there. I'm actually going to cancel the job for that there. And this requires a chisel, a chair, and a workbench. So the same stuff from here, except we'll add a chisel. And I'll just let them craft this stuff, and I'll be back. And actually, while this is going on, I'm going to have our farmers do something. So agriculture will actually set a grove, which is an area where they'll just cut and plant trees over and over again. And it will be in this area here. Plant saplings, cut saplings, or cut clippings, fell trees, pick fruit, and this will be one. We'll do birch trees. They are the best grade trees. So they'll do that whenever, I guess. And this over here is still going on. So I'll be back. As you can see, our farmers are currently getting to work and planting those clippings, and also they'll eventually cut down trees too, like as you can see, that tree is currently being cut down. So pretty much if you have one of these, you'll have not a very constant, but an income of wood that won't be manual. So that's pretty cool. Down here, as you can see, I think that's the chair that's been made there, and the workbench is being made there, and then we'll have everything we need. Happen anytime soon, and the builder will get to work. Mr. Plate Mail, Mrs. Plate Mail, I'm not sure. And there we have the stone cutter right there. Alright, so now we're going to build the sawmill, like before, right there. Go in, tell them not to craft the missing ingredients. Don't worry, eventually we won't have to do this manually, but for right now we have these 2 crude workbenches. We want to make sure the job is put between both of them. So 5 of those. 5 of those. Do chair. And we'll do workbench. And we'll turn that off. And we'll turn that off. And then we'll do, we need a saw blade. So we'll craft that, and it will need brick. So it'll automatically get the items from the stone cutter. Just put that priority down. So, as you said, it says block for saw blade, because this thing when we said it automatically tries to craft the ingredients for it unless you uncheck this. So since we have this checked, there's going to be a job put here in order to craft that brick. But the reason I didn't want to do it before is because then the job wouldn't be evenly distributed between these 2 crude workbenches. So as you can see, that was really fast. The saw blade has already been made. Now we're just we're waiting on these crude workbenches because they are very slow. That's why we're getting a sawmill, because the sawmill will pretty much be a really fast version of these 2 crude workbenches, which we can now destruct after we build the sawmill. So we'll let that let them just finish up with this. As you can see, they're still planting the clippings up here, which takes a lot of the clippings out of the current storage. We will get some crates there eventually, which means we won't use up as much space as quick, which will be nice. But yeah, for now we're going to keep these trees planted up here. And why don't we tell them to cut down these trees over here too. So I think we have enough clippings to go around for now. They'll cut clippings from these trees when they grow anyway. So there we go. Oh wait, it's not me there. There we don't go. Still working on this. I think they probably went to sleep. Yep, they went to sleep. I'll pause until they're done. I'm actually going to assign someone who's idle. Maybe this builder here. Because builders do not do much other than build by default. And let's see if any of them have... Okay, you know what, let's just go to profession, wood, stone, and we'll put workshop on the very top, and then build. So that builder that was currently idle is now going to work, and that's kind of how you mess with their profession. That's why, at the end of the everything, you're always editing their professions, but they're never ever what they're actually supposed, like they're always custom most of the time. So now they're just finishing off the materials for for this here. Looks like another person has woken up and is currently helping craft too. And right when we finish building the sawmill, that'll be the end of this episode, just starting off with this game and the best way and the fastest way to do it, because eventually we will start getting enemies and we have to be ready for those enemies. So it looks like the workbench is done. They just have to do the chair. And then we got our sawmill. By the way, if you're waiting for something and you have the interface open, know that whenever you have the interface open, it pauses the game. So, one time I was like sitting here like, oh my god, this crude workbench is so slow, look. Oh my god, they're still not done. And I didn't even realize that it was paused whenever you open an interface. That was the first time I played this game. But I would definitely recommend getting this game. There will be a link in the description where you can download a demo of the game. It's like a 6-day demo. Then if you like it, you can buy it. It's like $7.09. I forget what it is. I got it when it was on sale for like $4 on Steam. So yeah. This chair should be done soon. And we can end the episode. There we go. We're building the sawmill. Oh, sleepy now. There we go. Sawmill is done. If you go into the sawmill, you can see the only thing you can craft is planks. So you'll still be, for now, crafting things using the crude workbench. But that's why I want to build the carpenter, which is going to be a faster version of the crude workbench, except it does just like these things and a bunch more. But yeah. And the sawmill, it's extremely fast compared to these crude workbenches, so it's definitely worth getting. In fact, you need to get. Like, you can't work with these crude workbenches for too long. It'll just slow down your ability to craft completely. Anyway, thank you for watching. You can tune into the next episodes of these. I'll hopefully be making a whole series of them. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.